What's up, tag members? Thank you guys so much for helping us during this crazy time, especially with those legacy memberships. And we see you on Instagram. For everyone else staying active and tagging us in posts, we are so appreciative right now. And you can find this class and all the other virtual classes at TremontAthletic.com under that Train at Home tab. Now, during this video, you're gonna see a donate button. Feel free or just enjoy the workout. We appreciate you either way. Now, my name is Taylor. I'm gonna be taking you through a 30-minute total body workout. You need a riser or a chair at home and one set of dumbbells, and that's all you need to get started. So whenever you guys are ready, let's start to jog it out. Nice and easy. Hopefully you've got some good music going on in your apartment, house, outdoors, wherever you're taking this workout. I just want you to take one deep breath and just exhale, let it go, let the shoulders fall, start to pick up that pace a little bit faster. And whenever you're ready, I want you to make your way into a squat. I'm gonna back up just a little bit. I want you to sit back into those heels. Double check that your knees are not going over the toes. Nice and easy. Good, a few more seconds. You start to feel good. Go ahead and put those arms out in front of you and just keep squatting. That's gonna take up that intensity just a little bit. You can also put those arms overhead. And whenever you're ready, drop those hands to the floor or your chair or your riser. We go into some push-ups. And again, you can always come down to those knees. Elbows slightly tucked. So you want to make sure when you're doing push-ups, we're not totally going out into those field goal arms. You're slightly tucked in. Protect those shoulders. Just a few more. Now pop it up. Let's go into some lunges. Just step it back for me. Nice and easy. I want you to drive off of that front foot. Drive off of that front foot. I'm going to step back just a little bit so you can see. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, let's go into some butt kicks for 10, 9, lean into it, 5, 4, 3, 2, jump squats, let's get it. You know the warm up. We start to move a little bit faster. Now that jump is always optional. You can take it out at any time. Again, you can hold those arms out. You can squat. You can keep the arms right here. Squat. 4, 3, 2. Let's go ahead and take it to lunges. Step it backwards. And those legs start to feel a little bit warmer as you are moving the front of the quads. You feel it driving off of the heel in 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands to the floor or the chair, wherever we're going to do push-ups from. Come on, solid push-ups. We've got lots of chest work today. Give me 3 more push-ups. 3, 2 more. And last one, pop it up, quick, quick, quick. We've got butt kicks for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, breathe, grab some water if you need it. Now let's go over the workout today. You guys, we have 3 blocks, okay? First block's gonna be lower body. It's gonna be all legs. Second block, we've got some back and chest. And the third block is going to be arms, biceps, and triceps. So, every single movement is going to be for 1 minute, okay? We've got 4 moves for every block. We do each move for 1 minute, 2 times through. So 8 minutes of work, rest, 8 minutes of work, rest, 8 minutes of work, rest. It is all strength today. Get ready, here we go. So, whenever you're ready, we're going to grab those weights, whatever you have. Now I want you to find a squat position. You can either hold the weight on the shoulder, you can take one heavy weight, You can do some goblet squats or hold it down here, sumo squats, whatever you're feeling today. I'm gonna choose a sumo squat, and at the bottom of your squat, I want you to add a pulse. So on your mark, get set, let's get it. Add that pulse at the bottom. So again, we're keeping that depth, shoulders stay up, and I want you to squeeze the glutes at the top. We are doing everything for a minute today, which means we are working on intensity. We're working on that time under tension. This isn't gonna be the heaviest weight you've ever done, but I want you to really focus on the muscles you are working. So whatever squat you're doing, I want you to double check you feel the glutes, you feel the quads, you squeeze at the top. And whenever you're ready, you keep those weights, grab another one. We're gonna do a single leg lunge, split lunge. So, one foot on that box, one foot on the floor, all the way down, all the way up. We're gonna be here for the entire time. You can add a pulse at the bottom. It's gonna take up that intensity just a little bit, but you don't have to. You can also do this from the floor. You could also do this without any weight at all. This is about what feels good to your body and what's gonna challenge you. So if you need to remove that level, that is fine. We've got 15 seconds. Keep it going, keep it going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, all right, we've got some straight leg deadlifts, working on the hamstrings. So I want you to give me one roll back with those shoulders, slight bend in the knees. Weight stay right against the pants, right against the legs, come up and squeeze. So you can tell my knuckles are grazing my legs. I'm over exaggerating it, but it's like you're coming down to touch your toes. Notice my back is flat. If you get to the bottom and you start to round, take it out, come up, all the way down, all the way up as far as you can. Everyone is gonna have a different range of motion. If you cannot go all the way to your toes, that is okay. The goal is to get at least to those knees and come up, wherever your range of flexibility is. Again, as long as those shoulders are back, that's all that matters. I want you to feel those hamstrings for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, all right. I want you to lean your upper body against this bench, or you can do this from the floor. You're gonna take one dumbbell or two, depending on how heavy it is. Rest it right here on the hips. We have hip thrusters, okay? So those feet are hip width apart. Squeeze up through the heels, squeeze the glutes. Notice my chin is tucked. You will not hear me say that very often, but when you untuck that chin, that's gonna undo the spine. You want the spine to stay nice and tacked for these hip thrusters. That back does not come undone. Squeeze it up for 15 seconds. Then we do all these moves one more time through. Hold it at the top. Hold it, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Hold it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and pop it up. We go back into those squat pulses. So maybe you try a different squat. Maybe you try a narrow stance, a goblet squat, or a sumo squat. Whatever makes you feel strong, whatever's gonna get that heart rate up, it's up to you. Maybe you wanna add some upper body into this motion. You can take those dumbbells, you can give me a squat with an overhead press. It's gonna bring that heart rate up just a little bit more. Up to you. For 30 seconds, you keep going with that pulse. Come on, you got this. The deeper you get, the better. Starting to sweat a little bit. Feeling strong today. Not letting our circumstances stop us getting just as good of a workout at home as we could anywhere else. And we're gonna do the other side. Split lunge again. So if you're just doing this with one weight, I want you to hold the weight on the same side as the leg that is forward. Come down and up. Down and up. All the way down as close as you can and up. I want you to think about making a straight line from the knee to the floor. That upper body is upright if we want to focus on the quads. And you are bending over about 45 degrees if you want a little more glute emphasis. It's up to you. We've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, hamstrings again. Last time through. So again, that back is flat, squeeze at the top. All the way down, all the way up, you got this. Breathe through it, breathe through it. "30 seconds. We've got one more move, then we'll take a break and go into our second block. This is it for upper body though, about 75 seconds of hard work. You know the moves, you know what your body is capable of. Now it's time to find that point to push you just a little bit past your comfort zone. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and lay it back down. We've got hip thrusters one more time. So again, you take that dumbbell. Maybe you take both dumbbells this time. If you've got a kettlebell at home, this would be a good spot to put a heavy kettlebell on those hips. If you want to make it a little more challenging, you can lift one leg up. You will feel those imbalances very quickly, harder to squeeze, harder to control those hips. But the main focus is squeezing those glutes. Wherever you feel it, that's where I want you to stay. Few more seconds. For 10, 9, 8, 7. Hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, and put your weights down. Grab some water. All right, y'all, block 2, here's what's going on. We've got upper body, we've got some back and some chest. 2 back moves back to back, 2 chest moves back to back. If you do not have a bench, your floor is gonna be just fine. So, what you're gonna do, we've got some wide rows. You can use a resistance band or, like I said, dumbbells, whatever you have, whatever you prefer. So, a wide row, we're gonna bend over 90 degrees, okay? You're gonna come out, field goal arms. We are gonna work on those lats, okay? That's movement 1. Movement 2, we've got a 45-degree bend, so not all the way over, 45 degree. You're gonna go right, left, together. Right, left, together. The third movement's gonna be a chest press from the floor and then some flies from the floor. We'll go over those in more depth when we get there. 3, 2, here we go. Let's get those wide rows going. Now's always a good time if you've got a mirror to check that form. But the main thing I want you to feel, I'm gonna turn around, you're gonna feel this in the side of your back, okay? You're gonna feel those lats working, wide rows. This is similar to a lat pull down, the same kind of feeling, okay? So again, lead with those elbows. Notice I'm not rounding over, okay? Shoulders are back. I stay nice and strong. Wide rows are challenging. You're not gonna need a lot of weight to feel this. For 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, now another back movement. We go right, left, together. So we're not hinging all the way over. We're hinging over about 45 degrees. And this time we're working on the center of that back. So your elbows are going towards the back of the room, wherever you are. You are leading with the elbows. This is gonna be similar to like a cable pull, right? The middle of that back, where you're strengthening the center of that back. So we worked on the outside, we're working on the center. And if you're starting to feel this, you're probably gonna feel your biceps just a little bit kicking in. That's a good thing. Keep on pulling, keep on pulling. It's a lot of pulling back to back, but I know you can handle it. You guys are strong. Come on. You got this. And we've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I want you to lay down on your box. And we've got some chest presses, okay? So feet are nice and wide. Plant those heels in the ground. And I want you to push it up, okay? Knuckles are facing the ceiling. Now you keep pushing. I'm gonna give you guys a few cues just to keep in mind always. So double check that your heels are planted. Double check that your glutes are squeezed, your quads are squeezed. A good chest press is just as much lower body as it is upper body. I want you to think about having a tiny P in between those shoulder blades. Pinch them together and punch up with those knuckles. Double check those wrists are nice and flat. They're not bending backwards, no extra pressure in the wrist. We've got 10 seconds and we're gonna go into some flies. So you're gonna stay exactly where you are for 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, I want you to open it up wide. Slight bend in the elbows. So double check your elbows, you're not bending in, okay? They are just ever so slightly bent. And you're gonna notice the hard part is coming up on that fly. So when you extend your arms, coming up is where you feel that resistance. Coming up is the hard part. Whatever weight you're using, you're gonna notice it's more challenging for that fly. It is a smaller muscle, it is harder to work. This is gonna strengthen those push-ups. So we go for just a few more seconds. You got this, take your time. 3 more reps. 3, 2, last one. All right, pop it up, pop it up. Let's go through those moves one more time, y'all. Over 90 degrees, we got a wide row. Lead with those elbows. Lead with those elbows. Now on this time through, you know the moves. You know how that weight feels. I'm gonna challenge you to hold your movement at the top for just a quarter of a second, just long enough to feel that squeeze in the back. Come on, hold it at the top, hold it, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold it up, squeeze. Squeeze that back. That should make it a little more challenging. Every single time through these moves, we want to make sure that intensity increases a little bit without sacrificing that form. Form over ego every single time for 5, 4, 3, 2. Single, single, double, right, left. Again, elbows facing the back of the room, pulling. Those biceps start to get engaged a little bit more. You got this. Single, single. Now I want you to make sure you're not swinging it one way or the other. So if you're looking in a mirror, and I'll face the camera to show you, my hips are not swiveling. My shoulders are not coming open. You're gazing about 6 feet in front of you. So for 20 seconds, I want you to slow it down just a little bit. I want you to come up for 2 seconds. Come down, come up on the other side. Take your time to make these reps count. This is your last back movement of the day for 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go back to that chest press. So again, you know all those cues. Pinch those shoulder blades together, knuckles up, feet are nice and wide, strong stance. Knuckles up, push it. We got one more move and we will take a break. So I want you to give me about 8 more reps. Take your time. If that weight feels good and you feel comfortable, let's get a little uncomfortable. Let's take 2 seconds to get up, 2 seconds to come down. Slow and controlled movements. That's a great way to increase strength without changing weights. Now, let's go into those flies. Open it up nice and wide. You stay exactly where you're at. We've got one final minute right here, then we take a break. We've got one last block to get through. Nice and wide, and close it. Start to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. And same thing for this. If you feel comfortable, I know at home we don't have tons of options for those dumbbells, but slow it down just a few more reps for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and breathe. All right, y'all, we have one last block. It's gonna be biceps and triceps. 2 bicep movements back to back, 2 tricep movements back to back. So the first thing we're doing for those biceps is gonna be a wide curl, okay? Tuck those elbows in. We have a wide curl. Second movement's gonna be a hammer curl. Same thing. Contract, keep those elbows down. Now, for those triceps, we're gonna lay down and do skull crushers on our box or on the floor, followed by some dips. You can do dips on the floor or a chair if you have that, whatever you feel comfortable with. So, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, here we go. Wide curls. So a wide curl is typically a little more challenging than your typical bicep curl, okay? This is gonna focus on the inside of that bicep, close to that elbow, elongating the bicep a little bit. So when you come up, I want you to squeeze. Every single rep, you focus on exactly what you're working. No other thoughts right now except for those biceps. And again, this is a great time if you have a mirror to check your form, to look at yourself, breathe through it. 1 minute can be a long time for some bicep curls, but I know you are strong. Come on, let's get it. For 20 seconds. Can we do about 8 more reps together? 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, 4 more. 4, 3, 2. All right, don't even think about putting those dumbbells down. We go straight into hammer curls. And those biceps are now starting to burn, you guys. I feel it too, but I'm here right with you. So I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. So when we get tired, we wanna start rocking, and you'll see those dumbbells come over the shoulder. Notice my elbows have come up. That is not good. So the upper part of my arm is not moving. You will notice. I'm gonna move a little closer. Okay? This is exactly what you wanna see. Do not let this happen, okay? No swinging. Something you can also do if you have a wall beside you. You can lean up against a wall. That's gonna prevent you from using any momentum. Another trick, when you start to get tired, you can put one foot forward, lean into it. That's gonna also prevent any momentum. And whenever you're ready, we go into some skull crushers. So let's lay down on that box, on the floor, whatever you want. And arms are right above the shoulder, they stay right here. Side of the dumbbells comes beside the ear. Now, one thing you want to watch for skull crushers is that if this is heavy, those elbows are going to want to flare out a little bit. Don't let that happen. Slow and control, down and up. Now, if you've got heavy dumbbells, and this is a little challenging, you can take one dumbbell and you can bring it to the forehead. Again, same form. Elbows are facing the other side of the room. Think about your feet. They're facing the feet. Breathe through it. And let's move up to tricep dips. So use that box, use a chair, edge of the couch. Hands are right beside the body. Elbows facing the back of the room. This is option one. If this feels good, feet come out. If that feels good, one foot on top of the other. So double check right now that those elbows are facing the back of the room. This is where those triceps are gonna start to burn a little bit more. It starts to get a little uncomfortable, but you got this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more set, you guys. Wide curls. So this time should feel more challenging for sure. We have worked those biceps already, those triceps already. So if you're comfortable, I challenge you to take your time coming up and coming down. Come up for 2 and down for 2. This is also the time, if you are able to change weights, I dare you to pick up a heavier weight, challenge yourself. This is all about getting outside of that comfort zone. This is your last set for 20 seconds, you guys. That is it. Come on, keep pushing. Keep pushing. I know it burns. You're starting to feel it. Don't let that mind control you. Your body is capable of doing so much more than you think. Come on, you got this. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, and hammer curls. Shake it out really quick. Right into it. And remember, you can lean forward. You can use that wall for stability. And if you want to make this a little more challenging, you could sit on the edge of your box or chair if it's tall enough. Mine is a little too short, but you can always sit down. That's going to take out the momentum as well. Last bicep move for 20 seconds. Breathe through it. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's lay down, skull crushers. 2 more moves and we are done. All right, arms up, dumbbells right beside the ears. Now, if you are right in between weights and you feel like you could go a little bit heavier, but you're unsure yet, instead of aiming beside the ear, I want you to aim behind the head. Extend those triceps a little bit more. That's gonna take up the intensity just a little bit. Again, if you are in between weights, and that's only if that form is perfect. Those elbows are not flared out. We've got 20 seconds and we go into dips one more time, and that is it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's go into some dips. Last minute together. Again, option 1, feet close to the body. Option 2, legs fully extended. And option 3, one foot on top of the other. But these modifications are only if that form is perfect. And again, the same cues apply as did for those skull crushers. Those elbows are not flared out. Elbows are facing the back wall, behind you. And you can also do these from the floor. You're going to want to put those feet closer to you. We got 20 seconds, y'all. Let's do 10 together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And shake it out. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Hope you had a great workout, and we will see you next time.